Korean temples are very special. Temples contain a culture of over 1,000 years. They contain the secrets of beauty that Buddhism and Koreans have preserved. What is the meaning contained in the architecture, art, and symbols of temples? The hidden stories of Korean temples are invited into the treasure, like stories by cultural tour expert Noh Seung-dae. Noh Seung-dae is a cultural tour expert who has been exploring Korean history and culture for over 40 years. He studied under renowned teachers, learned traditional culture, organized various cultural tour groups, and contributed to the preservation of Korean cultural heritage. He has been greatly loved for his numerous books, including Goblins and Samshin Halmi, Live in Temples, and Hidden Supporting Characters in Temples. His books have the power to quietly explain hidden stories that we tend to miss. His books also contain hidden stories of the philosophy and aesthetics that Koreans have had. What makes his book special is that it accurately describes the unique aesthetic sensibility that Koreans possess. The beauty of Korean temples comes from their refusal to dominate nature. They are not decorated with grand scales or artificial techniques. However, they contain the spirit of Buddhism, which seeks to exist in harmony with nature and as a part of nature.
As the Buddha said, all things exist within a relationship. Therefore, before we talk about protecting nature, we and nature are all connected life forms. In a macroscopic sense, we are all living beings born from one body. I think it is important to learn about this naturally, through nature or cultural heritage.
Things you suddenly see when you go to a temple illuminates the hidden history and symbolic meanings of things we tend to overlook by visiting temples around the country. From the duck sculptures on the roof that seem like simple decorations to the tables, stone Buddhas, stone pagodas, and stone walls in front of the main temple, all of these things have historical value in themselves. The book is divided into two parts. The first part examines the origins and meaning of major stone structures, such as stone Buddhas, stone lanterns, and pagodas. The second part deals with small but special objects found in temples. For example, the stories of stairs, toilets, jars under the eaves, and duck sculptures on the roof. This book goes beyond simply introducing temple culture. It opens a window to understanding the fusion of Buddhism and Korean traditional beliefs, as well as the wisdom and wishes of the ancient people. The vivid stories the author discovered on the road for 40 years provide a new perspective on Korean cultural heritage.
Buddhism is included in Korean traditional culture, and Buddhism is also included in Confucian culture. Traditional culture is also included. So Buddhism, Confucianism, and traditional culture are mixed together, so it is actually difficult to distinguish them. Because they are mixed together, no matter which one you study, they are connected. So I think you will understand each other to some extent after studying them. If you study Korean traditional culture, you will understand Buddhism, and if you study Korean Buddhism, you will also understand Korean traditional culture.
If you want to know about the hidden meanings contained in Korean temples, Korean traditional culture, and Korean Buddhist culture, read this book. Let's go on the last journey to find the treasures in the temples. Join us now.